Caught on video, the head of the Novato police SWAT team shoots his neighbor's dog as its elderly owners look on. Good evening, I'm Ahmed Yates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. This is a disturbing case, obviously. The dog had killed 2 chickens.
But a police use of force expert says the officer should not have opened fire.
ABC 7 News IT reporter Dan Noyes is here with a story you will see only on 7.
Well, Dan and Ahmed, the shooter is no ordinary officer. He is head of the Novato SWAT team, master of the police gun range, and they're expert in de-escalation. Now, one note, we're being careful, but some of the pictures in this report are disturbing. When they moved in 2 years ago, Phil and Anna Henry hoped Petaluma would be a quiet place to retire. He's an architect. She's a university administrator. They wanted a place their grandchildren could visit and play with their shelter dog named Huck. He's a breed called Black Mouth Cur.
In the morning, he'd come up and get in our bed.
Oh, yes. He wasn't allowed at nighttime. No, couldn't sleep, didn't have a big enough bed.
The trouble began last summer when their neighbor complained that Huck barked every time he took out the trash.
And he looked over the fence at me and he said, well, if your dog ever comes over here again, he's not coming back.
That neighbor is head of the Novato Police SWAT team, master of the department's gun range. They're expert in de-escalation, Sergeant Nick Frey.
Nick, can I talk to you?
Frey did not stop to speak with me and did not return my messages, but his lawyer provided a surveillance video in which Frey recounts the conversation with Phil Henry about his dog. If I had to shoot him, I would. That recording comes from Sunday, September 18th, the day Huck died. The Henrys' 3 grandkids were visiting.
They were playing in the garden, and the dog, if they were right by the gate, the dog accidentally got out through the gate.
Huck headed straight for Sergeant Frey's yard. His 2 driveways have no fencing or gate. On Frey's security camera, you can hear the Henrys' grandchildren trying to coax Huck home.
Huck, you want a treat?
Less than a minute later, Anna Henry arrives with Huck's leash.
Move, Huck!
But the dog has already begun chasing chickens that roam loose in the yard. Anna Henry, 71 years old, dives at Huck, but he keeps going, killing one bird, appearing to wound another, as Sergeant Frey emerges from the house with a handgun at the ready. Anna is able to leash the dog.
Those are my children's birds!
At the same time, Phil Henry is pulling up with the trunk open on his SUV. Huck would often jump right in, but there's not enough time.
I was right there. I immediately apologized profusely, said, I'm so sorry, I will replace the chickens. And I got the dog on the leash, but I just had hip replacement surgery and I fell. And the dog went back to a flapping chicken that he hadn't killed yet.
The dog takes off toward the wounded chicken, pulling Anna to the ground. Sergeant Frey's wife shouts. The Henrys wish Frey had not used lethal force so quickly.
You could use a broom, you could use a hose with water. He had a lead on it, and if I had, probably 5 more minutes, I could have had him on the lead.
I said, why did you do that? He said, well, he went for me. I said, no, he didn't. He was running away from you, Nick.
I spoke with Nick Frey's attorney.
Why didn't he just grab the leash?
I think you're asking for a superhuman effort there. The dog viciously and ferociously lunged at him in a split second towards him.
Allison Barry Wilkinson tells me Frey gave his neighbors the chance to try and capture as well as control the dog. The attorney has worked with police practices expert Jeff Martin, who analyzed the video and claims it shows the dog charging Sergeant Frey.
If the dog is now moving towards you, is charging after you, after it's broken free from its owner, and after the dog is shot, falls pretty much at your feet, what's the logical inference to draw from that?
But the Henry family lawyer disputes that, pointing to the same video. Anna has Huck on the leash heading back home. He turns and takes off in this direction after another chicken. Sergeant Frey moves to the right out of the way, takes his shooting stance, opens fire. It appears the dog goes down here. Frey then takes 7 steps ending to the right of Huck. The Henrys' attorney says that shows the dog was a significant distance from the sergeant and did not fall at Frey's feet when shot.
So it's pretty comical that he's now deciding to argue that he was acting in self-defense, because that's a little hard to do when the dog's running away from you.
With Huck bleeding on the ground and unable to move, Anna Henry and Frey's wife asked the sergeant to put the dog out of its misery.
Jenny, his wife, said, Nick, you have to help him. And I said, please, Nick, because I wanted the dog euthanized. And he said, I'm not touching that dog.
The dog was no longer a threat. He's not justified in just shooting a dog for the sake of shooting a dog.
Barry Wilkinson says he could not legally euthanize the dog and that in any event, Frey thought the dog had died shortly after the shooting. The Henrys believed Huck was near death, so they waited with him in the rain. An hour later, he was still alive, so they loaded him into the SUV with their daughter.
And I climbed in the back with him because I didn't want him to die alone, like in the back of the car.
She texted this picture to a friend who asked what was happening. Rihanna Henry didn't know she had Huck's blood on her face. He later had to be euthanized. I tracked down the veterinarian who treated Huck that day, and she told me the bullets hit the dog from behind, in her opinion.
So there was one in the right back of the right shoulder, one right in the back of the top of the head.
Dr. Heather Burns shared Huck's x-rays with me showing the shrapnel.
If a dog is lunging at you and you're firing at the dog, wounds are going to be...
It's 100%.
Based at least in part on Sergeant Frey's statement that he felt threatened by the dog and did what he felt necessary to protect himself, Sonoma County Animal Control closed the case, adding that state agricultural code allows a dog to be killed if it's chasing livestock or poultry. But this nationally recognized police use of force expert, who has testified in more than 1,300 cases, has a different opinion.
And I'm speaking at the level of a trained police officer. Can't shoot to protect chickens. End of story.
Roger Clark is surprised that the Sonoma County Sheriff's Office and Novato Police, where Frey works, did not do their own investigations, relying instead on the animal control report. He questions why Frey would open fire toward an active roadway. A truck passes by just seconds after the last gunshot.
He's in a front yard. I don't know how the barrel was pointed, but if there was anywhere in the general vicinity of that car, it could ricochet and hit somebody in the car.
Finally, there's the issue of this skeleton the Frey family put up 1 week later, near the spot where Huck died. The Henrys tell me it added to the pain and loss they already felt. Frey's attorney said it was just a Halloween decoration they had used before.
It was the same decoration they did last year. Was it thoughtless and unthinking? Yes. But was it intended to cause them emotional distress and harm? Absolutely not.
I'd like for him to feel some pain. I mean, I'll never forget that day ever. And I'd like him to be accountable. Somehow I would like accountability.
While the dog was friendly to the Henry family and their grandkids, I spoke to one neighbor who was afraid of Huck because the dog would bark when he walked by. A difficult story, but you can understand that how both families have been affected by this. Dan,
clearly,
right.
Just filled with emotion, obviously.
Absolutely.
As we see, both sides have lawyers. Are we headed for court, headed for a lawsuit, Dan?
You know what, and you might think that, and the Henrys tell me that they aren't sure, but if they go that route, they want nothing for themselves. They say that they will give any proceeds to charity if it comes to that.
So it's not about money for them.
Exactly, yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.